Welcome to Tokyo Station. That is the Tohoku Shinkansen and the Joetsu Shinkansen. You know, the Toki Max, the double-decker. It's a beautiful train, and we are on our way to Niigata. This is Sado one of the butterfly-shaped island in the middle of the Sea of Japan, sort of. It's about a 1-hour jet foil ride, and we're going there today to look at abandoned houses called Akiya. And joining me is this guy. This is Jaya from Tokyo Llama. It's a channel where he's, well, why don't you explain? What are you doing on your... Right, so this wasn't an actual Akiya Bank house. It was just an abandoned house that you...
Channel, but yeah, we bought it and doing it up so that we can live in it.
Awesome. I actually went over and took a look at what he's doing. It's an amazing project. It's huge as a project. And we're gonna go there with a team of friends to take a look at abandoned houses on this island. And maybe even introduce you to how you, on the other side of this, can also get an abandoned house on the island of Sado. All right, now we're gonna be taking this double-decker train called the Toki Max. It's a sexy train. It really is a pretty train. There's 2 levels on it, and I thought they was discontinued, but I guess I was wrong. We're at car number 14. We have our reserve tickets, but you see here they've separated the trains. This reminds me of the Dutch trains in Holland. I know that from Central Station they had these double car trains, but this is actually a Shinkansen, and they're still cleaning it, so we can't go into it yet. Catherine, it is a sexy train. Oh, look at the lines on her. You know I love my trains. I love my trains. All right, they're reporting that your mic is turned off.
Oh, right.
Let's go in here. Is it off? We'll do a little. It looks like it's on to me. Just maybe put it on the front here. Yeah. On the front there. That's it. All right. Can you hear him now? Oh, technical difficulties. We're gonna board this train and then continue with this interview. I'm really interested in what Jaya's doing, and I think you're not a. Did you do a house renovations before you started your channel, or is this something new?
This is something new, so I've never renovated a house before. So I'm learning as I'm going.
He's learning as he's going. All right, they're saying that it's off. Maybe it's on now. How's that now, guys? Still can't hear. No good. These ceramic mics, man. Actually, why is it inside there? You put it on the... Sorry. Can you hear me now? Yeah, be careful with the mic. Yeah. Can you read the lips there? It's muffled. All right, try now.
Can you hear me now?
They're not going to be able to hear you. Okay, now they will. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I checked the plug, guys. I checked the plug. All right. Without the ceramic, I've had some problems with this mic. I'm really sorry. Anyways, the mics are on and the connections are in. We're gonna board this train and continue the interview on the other side. I think the connections are hard with 2 people. Anyways, I'm really interested in what Jaya's doing. Now we're using the front mic on the iPhone now. So basically you said that before you started your channel, you didn't do house renovations before, so this is all new to you?
Yeah, it's completely new. So buying a house in Japan and renovating a house, both of them are completely new to me.
Yeah. I think it's the experience though, when you do something like hitchhiking, you become a master of it by doing it. So I've seen the job that you're doing on your house. That's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, we've probably bitten off a bit more than we can chew, but you know, it's fun. I'm enjoying the process.
That's the best way to do it. Throw yourself in, and then you learn on the job. And from those mistakes, you take that. It just sits into your mind a lot better, and then you can learn from that process going ahead. Now, this is your first time to Sado Island, right?
That's right. I've never been to Sado Island. I don't know much about the place.
Before you found your house in Ibaraki, did you look at other abandoned houses?
We didn't really look at that many because we were really restricted about where we could buy a house. So we wanted to buy a place that was close to where we currently live, because that's where my wife's mother is and the boys go to school. So we were restricted in looking all over the place. So we had to focus in our immediate area only.
But were there a lot of available houses there?
There weren't many available. There are abandoned houses, but the majority of them aren't advertised or are hard to find. So this is one of the only ones that we could actually locate and then were able to buy.
Yeah, abandoned houses now, it's a big thing in Japan. A lot of the population has gotten pretty old. And the ones that have passed away, the families don't want to live there anymore. So what happens to the house? It goes into an Akiya bank. And I'm going to be explaining a lot more on this with Jaya on Sado Gashima. We're going to be looking at some of these abandoned houses, and every house has a story. And we're going to be finding that story. It's going to be pretty interesting to talk with people on the island, learning about maybe why the house was abandoned and what they want to do with it, and what you need to do if you also want to get an abandoned house. You can move to Sado Gashima and start a life there and fix up the house. I think a lot of these abandoned houses require work before you can move in.
Yeah, we're going to find out exactly how much work they're going to require.
Yeah, I'm really curious because I did a live stream on an abandoned house in Miyazaki Prefecture down in Kyushu. That doesn't mean it's the same house, the same kind of house in Sado Gashima. So what do they have on this island that's separated from the mainland? And what makes this different and unique? I'm also quite interested in. And what are the neighborhoods like? What do they have in those towns that make it attractive? Why would you want to live in an abandoned house in a small town on an island? Maybe there's some good points, maybe there's some challenges, but we're going to go to find that out. And in order to do that, we're taking you with us on this train called the Toki Max. So join us as we get on. Car number 14, I'm in row 10. Do we go up or down? Did you say up or down? Okay, so we're on the ground floor. There's a lot of people. This is the Toki Max Shinkansen, bound for Niigata. Looney Tunes watching Tokyo Llama. All right, welcome aboard. It's interesting, isn't it? The stairs going up. It's like a first-class airplane, but we're going down. This train has a lot of personality to it. I like it because it's so different. Into the beast, belly of the beast. Ah, there's like mini steps. I almost tripped on it. Do you see the little mini step? Oh man, I forgot about the Toki Max. Yeah, the adventure begins. Yes, I'm gonna put my bag. We also got Ekiben, by the way. Ekiben. All right, let's get this up here. The adventure usually begins on a Shinkansen. You know what I mean? It's interesting. It's very interesting. So that's good, Jaya. No one's sitting next to you yet. Someone's in my row. Push it! Push it! That's not a lot of space. That's not a lot of space up there. How are you gonna get this thing up there? Oh, you gotta smash it down. Oh, there's no way my bag's getting up there. There's a secret though. The last car behind the seat in the front, you can put it there. Oh, that guy knows the secret too. did it. That's a secret area. Behind the back seat, you can always store bigger luggage. I think you could store it there, just put it on the side. Yeah. All right, the train's moving. Hey, Danny. Oh, cool. We're on the move, guys. We might lose signal in Ueno, but we're gonna try to continue this interview. Here's my ticket, what it looks like here. It's car 14, seat 10A, which is the window seat, but there's a dude over there. So I'm gonna stay here for a couple of minutes. All right, Ekiben. So we got a little bit of time, Jaya, before the we get into the tunnels and stuff. So what do you've never been to Sadogashima, right?
No, I think I've only been to Niigata once. No,
Okay.
a long time ago.
When you looked at your house, what were you looking for how did you know that was the place?
Well, I wanted quite a large block. I wanted a bit of land and have a pretty big garden. So that was one of the things. So that fulfilled that criteria. And also, it's just the house itself wasn't in good condition. And we couldn't do a really thorough inspection before we bought it. But we had to have a bit of a look and see, and whether it felt that it was sturdy, or try and imagine or estimate how much work it was going to take to make it livable again.
It's kind of an older house, right? It's not too old.
No, it's not that old. It's only about 30 years old.
It looks old. Yeah. It looks old.
I think that's partly because it's been abandoned. Well, it was abandoned for so long. So it was abandoned for over 5 years.
That's good. I think the older houses, you have to check the structural integrity of it. I know Japan, that Japan has a lot of earthquakes. And the result is that the older the building. Hey, everybody. So we're back again. This is Ueno Station. We just wanted to kind of I wanted to introduce you what we're going to be doing on Sado Island. We're going to be there for 3.5 days. So there's going to be about 5 live streams over that time. Not just on abandoned houses, but on Sado Island, because I want to take you with me. This is a summer place, Sadogashima. So it's interesting for me to go here in the winter. It's snowing in Tokyo, by the way, guys. So this will be interesting. I really want to see what it's like. I know that on an island on the Sea of Japan, it's going to be super windy, but we've never been here. I've been here in the summer, but you've never been here at all. So it's going to be a pretty fun adventure. So over the next couple of days, I hope you guys tune in. I'll try to give you notifications on Patreon and on Instagram stories and stuff. And if you get a chance to watch us live while we go to abandoned houses, it's gonna be pretty cool, because it's always better to watch these live. I also hope that I get a signal, right? I don't think there might not even be a signal out in the middle of nowhere. So we'll see if we can get a signal, and if not, I'll do what we call an upload stream, meaning we'll have a stream and then I'll just upload it later. But it's still pretty good. It's uncut, and it'll be in 4K, which is a positive thing. I did just get a haircut, by the way, guys. So. Yeah, I'm standing up just in case somebody does come. I gotta pick the seats. All right, so I'm just gonna stand over here inside of the belly of the beast. I just want to introduce you to what we're gonna be doing over the next couple of days. It's gonna be pretty exciting. I've been looking forward to this trip for about a month now. And yeah, whenever I get a chance to show you the countryside of Japan, it's really, really cool. And this is, I just wish Kanai could come with me. We're now departing Ueno Station, so we might go through a tunnel again. But I think it's always really cool when you guys can come with me and see a little bit of Japan that you wouldn't ordinarily see, and then make a decision. We're back. Hey everybody, I see ya. Did you see Tokyo out there? Bingo 290 is the first one to realize we're back. Yeah, this is the other side of Ueno here. We had to go through some tunnels. Between Tokyo Station and Omiya, there's a lot of tunnels on the Tohoku, Joetsu, Yamagata Shinkansen going north, so you always lose the signal. This live stream is just kind of a tweener. I want to. Oh, you can see the shadow of us up through the window. That was pretty cool. This is just a live stream to introduce that the next few days I'm not going to be in Tokyo anymore, and Kanai, who I really wanted to come with us, she has stuff to do. She also teaches ballet. She has a school. She can't make it on this trip. So I got Jaya here with me, who's going to be helping me with camera work. But more importantly, he's got a really great channel. And I think you should really check that out. If you've never seen, if you like home renovations and you like seeing like the Japanese countryside and some of the work that he's putting in on his house, you can watch on his channel over time. The evolution of him building his house is really extraordinary to me. And I've been watching his channel for several months now, and his channel's growing a lot, really fast, because the concept of it is really good. But I think in order to make the channel grow even more, we gotta take it outside of renovating his house, and we're gonna take the show to Niigata. And we're looking forward to seeing if maybe Jaya wants to make an abandoned house episode in a different area. So that's why it's really nice that he's coming along, not only because he has some expertise in doing this, because he himself is renovating it and knows the work that's required to go into renovating an abandoned house. That's more than what I know, but we can do this together, and I think that's really special, because I don't know, I like hearing the sound of my own voice, but it's a lot better when there's somebody there to ask me questions. You know, it's like sometimes I feel like I'm talking into a mirror. It's pretty cool from the window. The Toki Max is one of the least popular Shinkansens. Not a lot of people ride this, although they are today. It is available on the JR Rail Pass if you want to go to Niigata. So if you want to go to Sadogashima, the Niigata station, you want to take the ferry or the jet foil over. And I showed that to you on a live stream last summer when we went to Sadogashima before. And this is a follow-up episode. Pretty cool. By the way, whatever you do, try not to bring luggage that's too big. There's very little space on the Shinkansen. If you're doing day trips, leave your luggage at your hotel and just take day packs. That's probably the best thing to do. Set up a home base in Osaka or Kyoto or Tokyo, and then leave your big bags behind. If you're taking massive bags, there's just no space for them on the Shinkansen. You saw my bag. I had to punch that thing in to get it up there. It's different than the Tokaido Shinkansen, which goes to Osaka. The Toki Max and the Tohoku Shinkansen just have limited space. David Kimura, thank you so much. These Eki Bens have brought to you by you and Danny. And I'm gonna be getting, oh, there goes the Tohoku Shinkansen. I'm gonna get something for Kanai, definitely, and Kanai's dad with all that stuff, guys. Robert De Niro has a sake brewery on Sadogashima. I don't know why, but Sadogashima is like the most out of the way place. I'm gonna see if I can get some time to go over there and maybe bring you a little bit of that. It's just that it's kind of hard to get to that brewery. It's on one side of the island. That's the other side of the island that we're gonna be staying on. This is now Saitama, I believe. We're getting into Omiya country. It's a pretty cool ride. UFO Bob, thank you very much for putting Jaya's link in there. Definitely take a look at some of the videos. He just put a new one up, and he's on the march to 100,000 subscribers, and it's really exciting to see other creators starting to find a niche and find their audience, I think. And maybe I'll be on the Tokyo Llama channel too. That'd be pretty cool. Wow, look at Japan out there. Everything looks pretty new. When you look at the buildings, Japan's such an old country, and you see all these new high-rises here. It's interesting when you go into the countryside, into the suburbs. There's the Keihin Tohoku line, or is that the Utsunomiya line? It's hard to know. Tunnel. Tunnel. I think we still got a signal, maybe. Let's see how long this goes. It's like I'm waiting for the tunnel to cut this stream. We're going to be on the island for 3.5 days. If you have any questions about Sadogashima, all right, we're back. If you have any questions about Sadogashima or Niigata Prefecture, anything about abandoned houses, I want you to leave it in this stream, okay? Leave the questions in the comments below, and it's going to really help with the abandoned house episodes that I make there. All right, I really need your input. I'm taking to the other side to take a look. It's the other side of the train. Yeah, so your feedback is going to be really helpful in making a more comprehensive episode. I don't want to miss anything. Yes, this is Omiya. Do you have to be a resident of the town in order to have an abandoned house? How much work does it require, and how much money do you need to renovate an abandoned house? That's what I'm sort of looking for. All of the FAQ that I didn't get the first time around, I'm going to you on Go, and then on an edited video that I do later on. And I'm also going to meet up with Kodo, which is a taiko group on the island, and to go hang out with them and see how they live behind the scenes and what it takes to be a taiko drummer for Kodo. It's like being in the military, and I'm really excited to see the lifestyle, their work ethic, and how they do that. Now we're starting to pick up some speed here. How you doing, guys? Hey, it's Gualchi. Hi, John. YouTube finally enabled super chats from Singapore. Oh, that's huge. That is so huge. Thank you. All right, I'll see if I can get a coffee from the coffee lady on the chart. We're crossing now over the river. We're crossing into Saitama now? I wonder. You can see the cars crossing on that bridge nearby. It's kind of neat to follow the street on the Shinkansen. We're so much faster. That is a big deal, actually. When I see the Singapore was one of the last places to get the super chats enabled. That's so cool. Actually, that's really good news, because I'm going to be activating the new emoji that you get a chance to use in the chats next week. It's going to be pretty exciting. On the Discord server, if you're interested, you can go on there. We have an emoji contest, which has some very ridiculous ones you might want to check out. Kanai has been the feature of some of those new emoji, so we're going to get that to you next week, I believe, on Only in Japan Go, where we're going to have some pretty cool emoji in the chats. Make sure it's at I think it's a pretty cheap startup price to get into it, but YouTube allows creators to add a little bit of I guess you can join into a channel more, and I think the emoji is going to make it a little bit more fun. All right, there you go. We're coming into Omiya. I can't go down in there. There's somebody in the seat next to Jaya, and I have to go into my window seat because we're not sitting together, which stinks. But that's the way it is. So there's no bento unboxing. However, hey Lodres, thank you, Lodres Evans. However, I will do on Instagram. I'll put some pictures up of the unboxing and maybe a couple of stories, so you can take a look at this bento. It's different, and I'm trying to get different ekibens every time I ride the Shinkansen. Yeah. There goes the Tohoku Shinkansen flying by. That's the second time. Wow, that goes by fast. There's nothing on this side. How does the lady with the cart go down? I didn't think about that. How does she take the cart down, and how does she take it up? There's the stairs. And there's a corridor here. It's kind of spooky, I don't know, between the trains. Isn't that wasted space? What do you think? I do like the newspaper recycle bin and the can and the trash, so they do recycle on the train. But I thought they were getting rid of these double-decker trains, but I guess they have a couple of Toki still in operation. Toki, T-O-K-I, is actually the bird on the island of Sadogashima that was extinct, and they brought it back. And it's a beautiful bird. I don't know if we're gonna get a chance to see one, but they've been re-established in nature in Japan. They took like a cousin from China and brought it back, and I guess it's very close to the Toki that they had in the 19th century that before it was went extinct here. So the Toki Max is named after the bird. Some information. Toki's also the mascot for Sadogashima, so you're going to see a bunch of Toki birds with the red heads, I believe. It's a pretty bird. Hey Hey Johnny, welcome aboard. This is the Toki Max bound for Niigata, and I always try to do a live stream. The reason why these live streams are a little bit longer than usual is because not everybody gets the notifications right away, so I want people to get a chance to see the live stream and experience it live. And if the live streams are only 10 minutes long, you can't do that. By the time you get the notification, quite often the live stream's over, and I feel bad about that. So when you get a 2-hour live stream, yeah, I think the notifications went out. You probably got a chance to watch the video, and it's different when you watch this live than when you do as a playback, I think. And it's always good because I have a connection. I see the chats going on, and it's pretty neat to be able to answer these. Marty writes in, why do Japanese houses devaluate? We're gonna answer that. I can sort of answer it. I think all houses devalue, right? It's just after you buy a new car, you start to lose value. Is that what you mean? The reason they have abandoned houses is because the population is going down. The family members, no one wants to buy them. The family members don't want to live in them, and they're just sitting there. Sometimes when somebody dies, there's no family at all. So the city has to find a way to do something with that house. So they put it into an Akiya bank where you can search and look for abandoned houses at a very, very discounted rate, or sometimes for free. But the catch is that you have to move into that house, and you have to be a resident, pay taxes, and they're trying to get people to move into the towns to reinvigorate them. There's just not a lot of tax dollars. There's not a lot of, the populations are shrinking. They want to reverse that. And abandoned houses is one way. I think it's a cool way to show you a little bit more about Japan's countrysides, but also show you something pretty cool, because every house has a story. And I'm trying to look into the background of these stories and find out, maybe they're haunted. Maybe there's, a family of 100 people lived inside the house, farmers or something, I don't know. Maybe there were immigrants that emigrated from China and were living in this house, or maybe this was the Shogun's third brother. I don't know. We're gonna find that out through the stories inside of the abandoned houses, and ask locals if they know the story themselves. And then also check out the area of the abandoned houses. What's the neighborhood like? Is there a lot of things to do there? If you did buy an abandoned house, what would you buy? What would you be able to do there? There goes that's a third one. Wow. It's a third Tohoku Shinkansen to go by. What can you do at, in these little towns? And is the lifestyle in Japanese countryside towns better than Tokyo? What are the advantages and disadvantages to living in the city and the countryside? Jaya lives in the countryside of Tokyo, and he has a very unique perspective, so I'm very excited. It was raining, by the way, snowing a little while ago, so I think it might be snowing on the island, but Jaya has a very unique perspective that's different than mine. His channel is Tokyo Llama, so you might want to check that out before you start watching the live stream, so you get to know him a little bit better. It's going to be in a few of them. All right, guys, have a good day. We're now in Saitama, and we're getting closer to Saitama Station, Omiya Station. I'm gonna eat this bento. Check out on Instagram, and you can see what we've got. And I hope you tune in and subscribe. Make sure the subscriptions are on and notifications are on always. Follow on Instagram. In the stories, you will have a direct link to an upcoming live stream. And if you do support on Patreon, the link will always go there first. So you'll get a chance to get a heads up on that. It's always different to watch it live. All right, guys. See you in I guess, I don't know, maybe I'll do a live stream tonight from the hotel. But I'll see you over the next few days. Try to give you as much heads up as I possibly can. And do not bring a lot of big luggage on the train. There's just no place for it, and it gets in the way. See you guys. Thanks UFO Bob for the link there.